in one of these. Hello, I'm Sandy Cushion. Welcome to Country Canada. This past winter, BC farmer Nick Parsons wanted to make a statement. He wanted to give voice to the real despair being felt on many family farms. This is the story of his journey.
The farmers in our country are going through a drought. They need somebody mighty quick who can help them out. Hey Nick, we're really proud of you for all the things you've done so far and what you hope to do. Hey Nick.
My name is Nick Parsons. I'm a grain farmer raising 1,250 acres of crops. And I'm 52 years of age. I want to see farming in Canada back on its feet.
In a winter of discontent on the family farm, Nick Parsons is driving his 20-year-old combine to Ottawa. 24 kilometers an hour in a machine designed to harvest grain. He'll journey 5,000 kilometers with the hope the Prime Minister will see him.
All the best to you anyways, eh?
Well, you're a good fella.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, the journey will connect him with rural Canada in a unique and personal way.
I have to go home and do my chores yet today.
Oh, I see.
I saw you going by and I thought we should come out and support you.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Just say goodbye. Okay.
And it'll fuel his passion to rattle the politicians on behalf of farmers who feel ignored and discarded.
I'll accomplish getting there. I'll accomplish meeting with Chrétien, whether he says he will or he won't. I know I will. But whether I'll accomplish in getting agriculture on a firm footing or not is yet to be seen.
To understand Nick is to first understand that he comes from generations of English farmers.
The greatest gift that any father can bestow on a son is to be born a farmer, because it's a wonderful life.
Nick, his wife Jane, and 2 daughters emigrated to Canada 11 years ago. The move came after the family farm in England hit hard times. The Parsons settled near the Alaska Highway in BC, the northernmost pocket of grain country in Canada. For the first 6 years, it went well. Then, in 96 and 97, they were hard hit by bad weather. So 2 years ago, Nick drove his combine to Victoria seeking disaster relief. And after that rally, he made a promise. If things didn't improve, he'd take his protest to Ottawa. Well, things didn't get better. The Parsons are still farming, but they've spent their savings. It was time to hit the road again.
Oh, I was feeling good this morning.
A small gathering of friends and family see Nick off to Ottawa. He has little money in his pocket, but lots of faith in the kindness of strangers.
I just wanted to get on the road and make a statement, just make a noise that things weren't right. When I left, I didn't know whether I was making the right decision or not. And, I hadn't made many days when I realised I was doing some good.
Hi there.
Hi there.
I wholeheartedly support what you're doing.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I can appreciate the whole struggle that the farmers are having right now.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a pretty good idea. I don't know if he's going to get enough recognition. I hope he does. And I hope Chrétien listens.
Nick is in many ways an unlikely champion for the family farm. He's not a polished speaker, and there's nothing really new in his farm crisis message. What he does have is a farmer's approach to fixing problems. Do something. And he knows how to drive a combine. Nick knew when he left he was taking personal risks, not the least being thought foolish. But that fear soon disappeared.
I haven't had a farmer say, well, you're a fool, I don't agree with you. You're wearing your combine out for nothing. I've had it, been the opposite.
There's lots of people that have got lots of problems that are, their backs are against the wall, and this is one way to maybe getting the message across. So.
The real challenge for Nick, as his journey hits its stride, is the outpouring of emotion.
I've seen farmers in tears. I've seen husbands and wives in tears. Had a boy come up to me and wanted to give me $5, a 14-year-old lad, and said, you know, we're hoping you might better help us save Daddy's farm.
Good luck. Thank you, sir. God bless you.
I'm rolling and recording in Saskatchewan.
Roll and record, yes. Jane said to stop in. When the
Media
boys come in
attention is constant. It follows Nick into homes where he's invited for a meal and to get laundry done. And they stop him on the highway.
I'm stopped every 2 miles on a road. Somebody pulls me over and wants to see me, or the cell phone goes, and it's all good fun, but it's very, very tiring. The talking, the problems. The driving of the combine is the easy part of the trip. And the tube let go inside, and I had to put this one on, which I was carrying.
Nick's Prairie Belle combine is the ultimate icebreaker. She's the little combine that could. A source of curiosity, and for Nick, a source of pride.
She's a Canadian-built combine, one of the last, built in Brantford, Ontario in 1980. But she's a damn good machine. Value for money. You can't beat a good second-hand Massey.
The weather is kind to Parsons for the first 3 weeks, but then some unusual winter fog rolls in.
Just out of town here, the police pulled me in and said I had lights were bad on the back of the combine. And he asked me not to move it again until either the weather cleared or I got some better lighting on the back. So that's how. Hello? Yes, it is.
But as so often happens on this trip, no sooner is Nick in need than a solution turns up.
Whatever, but it looks like that's all. Is he in the office?
How much are they?
No, they are nothing. They didn't cost. You have a safe trip.
One of the frustrating days when I can't get on. I call it more frustrating than anything. It's the least miles I've made in a day today, I think.
It's that fellow I've been putting off.
Come on in. Hello?
For all the frantic activity, there are also times on this trip when it's reduced to its basic elements. One man, his cell phone, his wits, and his combine. A man far from his family.
Yes, Jane, it's Nick. Just call in to try and catch you, but obviously we're on different times there by quite a bit, and it's middle afternoon still with you. We didn't get very far here today. We got caught in fog and rain, and police stopped me and told me to get better light.
When we come back, Nick Parsons' journey continues.
People say to me, have you got a television in there? I said, yeah, I got a big television. I said, well, you only got to look out the windows. You can see where the wet areas are, you can see where the dry areas are, you can see where the good crops were by the stubble, you can see the bad farmers by all the thistle. You know, you can weigh it all up from a combine going slow when you're a farmer.
Halfway through the journey, there's an announcement of more money for farmers in Manitoba and Saskatchewan.
It will mean approximately $100 million for our provincial farmers, grain farmers and oilseed farmers.
It will help, it will not solve all the problems.
The news doesn't shake Nick's determination to meet the Prime Minister, but it does become another platform to scold Ottawa for a lack of understanding.
$400 million last week. Is that enough?
No, it doesn't scratch the surface. That money should be going to the disaster areas, not to the whole provinces.
I'm going to look after this.
This is the day Nick leaves the prairies for the lakes and rocks of the Canadian Shield. He takes on fuel for his combine and support for his mission.
The farmers got to stick together more to fight their battles.
We have a whole government in Ottawa, and honestly, unfortunately, they don't seem to be listening, and they don't seem to be aware.
Yesterday they had a budget. Did they mention one word about the farmer?
Yeah,
Grain prices, anything? Or about the gas went up? Nothing.
North of Lake Superior, there were no big surprises. Traffic was light, people friendly. It was when Nick decided to drop in on Toronto that things got more interesting.
Really, I went into Toronto for the farmers that gave me all that support. The media in Toronto wouldn't come out. They wanted me to go down there. Anyway, so I thought I'd better go down town, and I made it on my own steam.
When it came time to leave the big smoke, Nick phoned for a police escort. He was told 2 cruisers for 3 hours would cost $548. But then 2 police cars turned up, and they were in a bit of a hurry. I don't know what was going on, but they said, "Get that thing started quick. We're going to get you out of here as quick as we can." And all of a sudden, it was all rip and go, and I was on the road, and we were out. The ride out was free, and then it was on the road for the last leg. 4 days to the outskirts of Ottawa and the farm of Don Kenny.
We're a 5-generation farm here, and it kind of touched a nerve, and I have a son that we'd like to bring into the farming here. So we thought, hey, here's a guy supporting our cause. Why not get behind him and lend him some support?
Need a hand to get this up, please? Yeah.
The Ontario farmers are with my cause 100%. You know, they've given me as much support as the farmers did on the prairies.
But now it's time for the final check. Tomorrow it's on to Parliament Hill. Nick still doesn't have an appointment with the PM.
He's moving down the highway, and every place he's been, people honk and toot their horns at Nick and his machine. He's a tough Canadian, the people think he's grand. He's fighting for the farmers to try and save their land. Hey Nick, we're really proud of you for all the things you've done so far and what you hope to do. Hey Nick.
Everybody here has had a good breakfast this morning. You could have not had a good breakfast without the farmers.
Nick hits the ground pitching. He has the media's attention, and this being Ottawa, there's no shortage of politicians.
I want to thank every one of you for being here, but of course particularly thank Nick for...
There's a small gathering of farmers, but like the trip, Nick is the center of attention.
I'm afraid this is not my scene. I've had, 7 weeks on the road now, and I should be glad to get back to the farm and all of this.
After a short speech, Nick is done.
One good year doesn't keep a person in business.
Here. That's right.
It's a long-term, it's stability for today and for the future.
There's lots of media, appointments with MPs and a cabinet minister, but still no word from the Prime Minister. And then, late in the afternoon, the word comes. Nick is hustled into a car, and suddenly he's on his way to the Prime Minister's home.
To be honest with you, I don't even remember driving there. It's that blurred in my mind. I remember the comfort in the house. Sit yourself down, he said, and he sat down in an easy chair the other side, and it was quite a shock. We just scratched the surface of most things. We didn't talk in detail. Well, I know I'm the first person to ever drive a combine across Canada, that's for sure. Am I the first farmer to have downed a whiskey with the Prime Minister? I couldn't tell you, I don't know. But I did enjoy it. I enjoyed the whiskey, and I enjoyed his company for a while I was there as well.
Was the trip worth it then?
Was the trip worth it?
You seem to have some doubts.
Yeah, well, I do have doubts. You know,
At least he knows there's a problem out there. He's Prime Minister of this country. I've done my best. It's up to him now to do his best. Hello there.
Nice to meet you.
Hello.
How was your journey?
Okay.
While Nick struggles with what he actually accomplished in Ottawa, for some who met him on this trip, there are no doubts.
Nick is just a farmer. And he brings the message for all of ours from his heart. That he is just a farmer, and in being that, we all realize that he's speaking for us from his heart. You know, he's speaking for the industry.
Hey Nick, we hope it's worth the pain. You'll get to keep your farms and some help to grow your grain. You'll get to keep your farms and some help too.